Hello everybody, it's Virtual Truck Driver Daily time. Clap, 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 clap. How are we all doing today, guys? So we are just leaving the Swift yard. It is 4 o'clock in the morning in game, and we are leaving the Grimsby night yard. Sorry, and we are heading to Mannheim in Germany. I've actually got a huge week on. Won't be with the same trailer the whole time. So yeah, nobody gonna let me out. Come on, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll take. Nobody coming. If you're coming over there, tough. Nobody coming there. Jobs are good. Don't crash into the barrier. Jobs are good. And there we go. So yeah, guys, gonna bring up the job sheet right now for you. There you go. So we're carrying 20 tons of almonds. That makes us a gross weight of 28 tons. Both unit, trailer, load, and fuel as well. We're heading to Mannheim. We're going to Barhus actually, which is a shopping type Tesco thing in Germany. So yeah, we're heading to Barhus anyway in Mannheim, and then I need to wake my phone back up. Give me 2 seconds. There you go. Thank God for fingerprint ID. Then we are going from Mannheim to Wroclaw, and that is for a very specific reason, which I will dive into and divulge when we get to Wroclaw. And then going from Wroclaw, which is Tesco's Wroclaw, to Tesco's in Holyhead, and then we're going from Holyhead to Inverness, which is part of Parker Brake-on. And then Inverness to Douglas, Douglas to Fort William, Fort William to Newcastle, Newcastle to London, London back here. So that's going to be, it's a massive week. That Holyhead trip's going to be 4 days. It's scheduled in for being 4 days. That's mad. So we are going down towards the Channel Tunnel. We're going to the Channel Tunnel. That's where we're going. It's going to be one of them days, I think, today, guys. So I'm heading for the Channel Tunnel. I've been given free rein to go and take whichever connections I need to. Also, again, for very specific reasons, but NDAs don't allow me to disclose this. So yeah, well, the answer you're going to get is it's for a specific reason. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, guys, how we doing? 1.29 is in open beta on Steam, both for ETS2 and for ATS. Now I am playing on 1.28. I do not move patches until the patch is secure and stable. Mods are updated to said patch, and then for pro mods to be updated, beta tested, given a final going over, and then when it comes out and it's stable, then I will move over to the new patch. So I'm going to be on 1.28 for a long time yet. So just because the new beta's out, don't mean I'm actually going to go and use the new beta. I just need to say that now. Might as well use this for a little channel update as well until while I'm here. Nobody's in the house, fortunately, at the minute, so I can talk for a little bit longer today. You've seen a lot of changes happen on the channel. A lot of changes have happened. Currently, Virtual Truck Driver Daily is not the featured series, and what I mean by featured series is, if it's a featured series, it's the last video out of the day. So for the last 2 years, it's been VTDD's been the last video of the day for the channel to go live each day. But the featured series for the next, well, till December the 1st, and then I'll have a look again, if you get what I mean. It will be FIFA 18's A Road to Royce series. At the moment it's not scheduled for a daily upload, but it might be just because of the sheer fact I've got quite a lot of videos spare in the upload folder currently for my computer. So it's probably going to be weekly till December, and then if the numbers are still good and people are still actively interested, then what I'll do is for that month, and I'll put it on a month by month, rollover, and then the month where the numbers drop is the month where VTDD will come back as the featured series. Sorry, I took a swig of drink there. Don't think I'm abandoning VTDD, because I'm really not. Trust me, I'm really not. I've got some super huge plans coming out next year for VTDD. It just requires a little bit of cooperation from outside help, is what I'm going to say, because again, NDA, I'm under NDA for some of that stuff as well, so do you know what I mean? So the road claw job, I'm under NDA, and for some changes coming next year, I'm under NDA until it's all announced and confirmed and T's have been crossed and I's have been dotted, frankly. So that's that. What else should we talk about? I'm doing a new channel intro video. I am doing it, I'm planning to get it up sometime in November, but as I record this right now, so it's the 27th of the 10th, so that's January, February. I'm gonna miss the junction. No, I'm not. Woo! January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. But actually, it's the 27th of October right now for me. At this moment in time, I am going to Fulham away. And what I mean by Fulham away is I'm going to Fulham versus Derby County down in Fulham in London in a Hammersmith. It's a trip I've been on several times. Like, I'm probably going to be in triple figures. When I find the other job with all the other tickets in it for football, I'll let you know exactly what the true account is for Fulham. So yeah, I am going to Fulham away, but I'm not going to confirm anything until the 30th, which is Monday. It's Friday for me now. Confirm it all on Monday. So yeah, hopefully that can be all sorted. I'll put a video on Instagram as well, because then I can link that over to my... Thank you. Because then I can put that over onto my Facebook and my Twitter all in one go, so all three places will get updated at once. So that's the plan, but still got a few things to iron out. Need to do that before I do anything else, really, to be truthful. So currently I am sitting on a couple of announcements. I've just got to wait for other sources and things to do what they got to do. Yet the whole thing could fall through. That's unfortunately the gamble I'm going to take on this, unfortunately. So there might be something major to announce, or there won't be anything at all because it's all falling through, and I still won't be able to say what it was because of NDA. Oh, I forgot to... Yeah. I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to plug channels. That's what I've done. Right. I'm going to do my intro, but not, if you know what I mean. So, it is Virtual Truck Driver Daily time. Clap, 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 clap. Proudly supported by ProMods, Night Haulage and DDS Haulage. Go check everybody out on their Facebook pages. Literally just type in Night Haulage VTC, DDS Haulage VTC and ProMods and it'll all come up for you. Go give them a like, go share them some love, please. Right, plug in the channels time. We've got Satario 2013. He is a fellow night YouTuber. That's because I've been talking to some guys from Swift, so I won't keep saying Swift. Yeah, so yeah, Satario is doing some ETS2 videos. Well, he does quite a lot actually, in live streaming as well. Does quite a lot of that. So ETS2 on his channel. So go and give him a subscribe and a like and say hello. Then we've got Technics TM. He does various games. He does also a few real life things as well. And then we've got iPro Magic. I think I've got it right. If I've got it right, I'm going to go over the moon. I'm going to be over the moon. So he's also a ETS2 YouTuber, so go take a look at him. I just want to say welcome to the new guys that have come to the channel. I've picked up 6 subscribers in the last 24 hours. So that's mad. So I just want to say hello to the new guys. Thanks for the subbing. Get your mates on board, get them subscribed, show them some really bad gameplay, especially on FIFA. I'm really bad at FIFA, I am. But yeah, so get your mates over and Oh, Kieran's messaged me back. Kieran, if you're watching this, you've just messaged me on Discord. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna turn the GoPro on. In fact, actually, that's the GoPro turning on. The GoPro is now recording. So to prove the GoPro is recording, I'm going to wave. It should be in the 1440 setting, so the super wide version. So you're more than likely probably going to see a little bit of my window over there. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it's the only way I can get the decent quality settings to work. So, without further ado, I'm going to record myself going down the A1 all the way to the M25, M20 junction, and then what I'll do is I will see you all again on the M20. So I'll see you in a second, guys. Yeah, guys, how you doing? I hope you enjoyed that little GoPro with music overlay going on there. That's little segments. There's probably just, well, as you're watching it, you know how I've edited, but thinking on the fly here, I am going to say I'm probably going to record from the M11 to about 2 minutes ago, and then that's the plan. So we're coming. This is the yeah, pig. I'm coming up to the, well, as you can see there, the M20. Heading for Dover. Part of me is considering doing this, and I'm going to bring the world map up. We have done the Channel Tunnel from this way, so why don't we drive down to Calais? Ah, you get where I mean now, don't you? Why don't I drive down there? Yeah, in fact, actually, I'm going to do the, well, we did the A20 one way, I've done the Channel Tunnel both ways, so I'll go down and do the A20. Just have a look, really. Because last time we came here, it was overshadowed by the invisible wall. And if there's an invisible wall now, I'm going to cry. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do is do a quick save. No, that's not worked. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a solid save, actually. Excuse me. I don't normally like to show that on game, but on video, but it's so that I don't have to drive all the way from flipping Grimsby again. It takes me 30 real minutes to do Grimsby to where I just turn you guys back on. Ain't much quicker going the other way neither. So I might as well just go the route that's got 3 lanes running the same way. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, if the GoPro's got the detail down like it should do on the new settings, you probably could have seen my speedo rise to 85. That is because when I'm in the second lane of the M25, just boot it past all the inside traffic, or boot it past the, well, what I do is I usually put it up to 85 just to get past the traffic that's joining, or the traffic I'm overtaking. I'll come back into lane 1 and then I'll drop it back down to 80. It's just more economical for me to drive at 80 and override the gearbox to put it into 12 like I just did, than it is to drive at 90 everywhere. Plus in Germany, where most of our night's work is, it's only 80 kilometers an hour speed limit maximum for any truck anywhere. So it just makes sense to drive at 80. Plus also, I know when I used to drive at 90 everywhere, I used to use half a tank. I'm on 3/4 of a tank. I'm going to use the quarter. That's not bad actually. 440 kilometers. Alright, hopefully there's no invisible walls or anything, because if it does, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. We're coming up to junction number 11A on the M20. Is this lane dedicated, or do I have to move across? No, I can stay here, I think, yeah. Hopefully, entrance for Channel Tunnel, I don't see you again in the next few days. If I have, it means it's gone catastrophically wrong. Oh, just slowing down. That's because the limit is 80 here. I'm just going to knock off for a little bit. Car on my outside. One thing I have been noticing on Twitter is lorry drivers getting an absolute, and I'm going to be brutally honest, a shitload of grief. Why do people think it's okay to... Nah, I'm bailing, I ain't got the balls. I'm going to go up here. I don't know if that's an invisible wall or not. So I'm going to chicken out and come up here. Why give lorry drivers a shitload of abuse? I'm not being funny, right? They're big, they're ugly, they're slow, yeah, alright. Some have got some lights on and some drivers take pride by cleaning their wagons, right? But for people to give them abuse, like people in London especially, like, oh, get these trucks out of here. If you got the trucks out of there, that phone that you're moaning about on Twitter, that phone has at some point in its life been on a lorry. Them clothes that them fancy suits you're wearing at some point have been on a lorry. That big fancy Mercedes you're driving more than likely got delivered to the dealership on a lorry. My microphone that I bitch about to you guys, that was in a lorry at some point. In fact, actually got delivered on an 18 tonner, I don't know why. My headphones, my phone, my telly, my steering wheel, you know what I mean? Everything's been on a lorry, so I was about, you all start showing some respect to lorry drivers. And if it weren't for lorry drivers, you'd run out of bread and milk in 2 days, you'd be out of food completely in the 4th day, you'd be out of fuel on the 4th day as well, and your hospital supplies would be out within 5 days. So if you really want lorries to boycott London, so that all you lycra wearing cockheads want to, you know, ride around safely without being scared by a big lorry, right? And I'm going to come back to cyclist point in a minute. Then that's fine, but you're going to have no food. You'll have nothing in London in 5 days. And how big London is and the way you're all panicked by, because you're all rich snobs down there. I'm not talking about the estates, I'm talking about the people with the big Mercedes and the big house moaning on Twitter, right? You'd go nowhere. Do you know what? You'd have nothing, you'd go nowhere. So start showing some respect. And let's get back to cyclists, right? I'm not being funny. So I'm here in my lorry, right? See that car? In fact, actually, if I actually use the front mirror to drive up to, right, I'll stop just short of that car in front of me, right? Can you see the car in front of me? Obviously you can, because you know where you're looking. But the next thing you can logistically see is that red Civic. Down here is my blind spot. Over there's my blind spot. I know there's a car on a blind spot because, in fact, actually, here comes the coach. The coach is in the blind spot, and there you go. It's 2 seconds before he re-emerges. And let's not even go about people that hang at the back of the trailer. The people that, like, for example, now that the car behind the coach is also in a blind spot. A, because I can't see him because of the coach, and B, is in the blind spot anyway for the mirror. Do you know what I mean? You've all got to stop. Oh, my GoPro's still recording. You still got to, you know, you've got to be respectful. I'm in a left-hand drive truck, so I can see down here, right? If I'm in a right-hand drive truck, I can't see down here. So where do all the cyclists go? Lorry's indicating to go left. Yeah, let me be a cockwomble of a flipping cyclist, and let me go and drive up the inside of this lorry on the left in his blind spot when he's fully indicated to turn left. Don't get me wrong, yeah, but you go and sit behind the lorry. If the lorry's got his indicator when you sit at the back, well, in the viewable spot behind the trailer, you don't go up his inside and sit here and then you want to go straight on. The lorry's going to turn across you. Of course he is, because he wants to go left. You feel like cyclists got to be wary about the fact that there's so many blind, well, everybody really's got to be aware that there are blind spots on a wagon. And let's not even get onto them 60 tonners in Scandinavia, because that must be even worse. So we've all got to start to respect each other is what I'm getting towards. But But for people in London to say, no, I don't want no trucks in London because I want to be a cyclist, and trucks are big gas guzzling, emissions spitting out. Yeah, right, trucks, well, they're more economical now, and we've had Blue and Euro 6 specifications. So they're a lot more healthier, they're a lot more healthier than what they were. But it still doesn't give you all the right to start slagging them off. As I said, you'd be out of stuff in a week. Easy. With how big London is and more than millions of people, I'd give it 3 days before you're out of everything. So maybe you should start thinking about what lorries do for your life. That phone that you moan on, I'll go back to it and I'll keep going back to it. The phone that you're moaning on has at some point been on a lorry. My microphone was delivered in a lorry. Then fresh fruits like the strawberries and the grapes and all that wine comes on a lorry. The wine comes on a lorry from Germany. I know that firsthand. I know it through both trucking and by through the World Rally drivers drive through it for Rally Deutschland. Do you know what I mean? So instead of slagging lorries off, how's about we all start working with them? If we can all start working with them, then we can make the roads safer. And I include cyclists as well, because sometimes they're unjustifiably accused of things, but we've all got to work together. So if we all don't work together, then there's no point. For everybody, like, I'll be honest here, I'm a sad little git. Got no life really. All I do is talk to you guys, right? But that's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at is I follow all the highways agencies and CMPG, the Central Motorway Policing Group, RPUs, especially Derbyshire as well, because that's where I live. You know, at North West Motorway Group, and you'll go on my Twitter and you can see I interact with them more, because obviously when I went to away games with Derby, obviously it's nice to tell the driver if he didn't know that, alright drive, you know, and I'll use this one, went to Blackburn away in 2015 from what was called the iPro Stadium then, which is Pride Park Stadium now. So from Pride Park to Blackburn, we went all the way out the A52 to the M1, then down across the A50. We got to just outside of a JCB's World Trade Centre. Just realised there's a 2-lane road there. And there was a lorry, a JCB lorry that had rolled over, and it spilt three JCBs everywhere. It was a big mess. People actually lost limbs in that accident. In the end, it turned out. And we was driving past it as all the emergency services were getting there. Obviously, then we carried on up to Blackburn. Sorry. We had a break just before the Theowall Viaduct. I call it the M62 Viaduct because just after that is where the M62 meets the M6. And if you know your logistics in this country, you know what sort of reputation they've both got. So we had a stop there. For some reason, all the matrix boards turned on in the services out on the motorway as well. So I'm like, drive's going, something weird happening here. Like the matrix boards went on in the services as well. So I was like, do you know what, drive? Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna whack out my phone, just put a hashtag M6 M62 in Twitter. Turns out there's kids playing chicken further up the motorway. Just after the M6 M62 junction. So obviously, do you know what I mean? But anyway, going back to the Blackburn story, we left it was a 7:45 kick-off, got delayed to 8 o'clock because obviously we had problems getting up there. So we left Blackburn at 10:30, 10:45, something around there, on a Wednesday night. It's pissing it down with rain, big time. And I'm like, I just searched the route home anyway, because if there's anything I can say, I'd rather waste 2% battery looking than sitting on a motorway for 6.5 hours. So we went So I looked on it, and it still said the A50 was shut both ways because of this rollover. And I dug a little deeper, and I interacted with the Northwest Motorway Police Group because that is in their region. And they said, yeah, we've also shut the junction from the M6 to the A500 that leads onto the A50 at Stoke. And I talked to the bloke, and he said, yeah, we've shut the M6 a further junction. We've shut the junction, the next one up from the A500 to stop people dropping down from the I can't remember what it's called, but onto the A50, because people were actually getting off a junction earlier and then taking the back route back onto the A50. So I said, alright then. So driver's driving along. I walked up the coach, told the steward what I was going to say, because you got to have travelling stewards on buses as well, and that's another story for another day. And I said, drive, look, they've done this, they've done that. Nobody else knew, and everybody laughed at me and told me I was sad and but what I actually did was I saved them all a work day, because had we gone the way that obviously we was going to go, we would have been stuck in the 8-hour tailback. So we managed to drive the other road rider, because Derby's fan supporter coach is called Road Rider. So the other 4 road riders went the way that we came up to go home. So they all went down to A50. We bailed on the M55, went for the M60, and then we went over Woodhead Pass, onto the M1, and down into Derby, into Pride Park Stadium. Dropped off, yay. We got dropped off at 1:45 in the morning. The other coach didn't get back till 4:30. Do you know what I mean? Again, veering off the point I was trying to make 10 minutes ago, is we've all got to start working together. Because I see these things on Twitter, like if CMPG tweet out, or Northwest Motorway Police Group for example, they tweet out, and the amount of abuse that lorry drivers get on them posts is unreal. And they go, there was one this morning, can't remember what it was. Actually I can't, it was the M11. It was the M11 outside Stansted, and a car had brake checked to HGV, and the footage is already online of the dash cam, and he's basically the 2 trucks travelling in convoy, and they're not English, and I haven't got a problem with non-English trucks. Need to make that point right now. This is where I'm actually due to stop, but I'm going to carry on because I want to get my point out. Because the 2 trucks, obviously they're in convoy, they're in a foreign country, they don't understand anything, and to be truthful, I don't blame them. I feel sometimes like this on the game, on this sim. And do you know what I mean? So the 2 lorries stayed together. They couldn't move out into the second lane anyway at the junction, because the amount of people have said it under the footage on Facebook's unreal. So the car went into lane 3 from the junction. Well, apparently from what the people were saying behind, is that the lorry went in, that the car went past the lorries at speed, dived back into lane 1 and brake checked them, and obviously, you know, brake checked them so bad that they couldn't stop. And everybody was mooning, and one driver did get hurt. I think he was in the second one because he didn't know what was happening. He had no time to stop. They both had no time to stop. And do you know what I mean? And the amount of abuse the lorry drivers were getting on that, like, oh, all this and all that, lorries should be banned from motorways. How can they all be like allowed to travel on a motorway, and ban lorries, make smaller ones. Yet again, my point getting at is we all need to show each other respect. It's not always the lorry driver's fault. They don't go out with the intention of wanting to have a crash, because when you have a crash in a lorry, it's big due to the sheer size, weight, length, height, and then that's not even before we look at what's inside the trailer. Again, or what I'm wanting to point out is we've all got to show each other respect. Now, if anybody watching this knows a lorry driver, this is what I want you to do with this video, or what I would like you to do with this video. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to show their real lorry driver, if you know any real life lorry drivers, even the virtual lads. If you want to get in on this as well, you can join. If you know a real lorry driver or a virtual lorry driver, show him this video, and they'll agree 100% with what I've just said over this past half an hour. Maybe it's something for everybody to think on. I'm not gonna drag it out. I'm gonna stop now. I just want you to show. I want to share this about, and then that's all I want really. If you share it or you show somebody who's a real life lorry driver, give the video a like so I know how many people have seen this video. Thank you to everybody for watching today. Thank you for listening to my rant. Let me know what you think of it, obviously. But that is it for today. So thank you to everybody for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another Virtual Truck Driver Daily episode. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.